Yeah, wish you warm welcome to our YouTube channel, and I request that in case if you are not subscribed, you can subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon so you are keep updated about the latest video. And today 13th March 2019, and investor, whether investor is HNI, NRI or upper middle class, why retirement planning is must. Okay, so let start with the concept of income. So when we earn the income, ideally we know that we earn the income starting from age of 25 to ideally between 60. Okay, so when we earn the income, we can say there are two members are earning the income, example where husband and wife both are working, and there is a income is coming. So we have to ensure that the income should be divided into two parts, one for the current annual expenses and second for the future expenses. Okay, so now you can keep approximately minimum, okay, maybe 50% to maximum 70% for the current annual expenses. Suppose one family is earning 10 lakh rupees take home income after paying a tax, okay, either self-employed or the salaried professionals. Okay, so out of 10 lakh rupees income, family can spend between 5 to 7 lakh rupees per annum. Okay, you convert into divide by 12, so you get a monthly expenses, but you need to ensure that key minimum 3 lakh to maximum, okay, let's say 5 lakh. Definitely here there is no limit for maximum. Okay, you can save even 100% of the income if you can afford to save. Okay, so now objective is that why we need to save for the future expense. We are so engaged in our current expenses, like basically going for restaurant every weekend, going for small, or you can say weekend picnic, or maybe some kind of party, etc., having the some lifestyle expenses. In many cases we have seen that whatever they earn the income, they find it less, and they have to take a loan to fund their monthly expenses, or they are paying a EMI also. So now in case if you could not save your 30% of your income minimum, in case if you cannot save, okay, then you should consult the certified financial planner. Okay, in case if you cannot get the quality certified financial planner in your town, or if you are based in Mumbai, you can contact me. My name is KU Shah, a fee only financial planner. Qualification is certified financial planner practitioner, CFA level 1 completed, and these are the my contact details. So that certified financial planner will help you which are the your lifestyle expenses you can reduce it, which are the EMI, how you can reduce your EMI. Okay, so you can have a more savings. Okay, so objective is that many of time people in name of assets, they create a liabilities. So that certified financial planner help to you to educate that how you can avoid the investment mistake. Or sometimes because of the some lack of knowledge, people may end up with the going for some kind of intraday future and option like speculation, and then they basically do a capital loss partly and fully, and that's reason they do not have a required surplus. So certified financial planner, okay, which is the qualified professional, okay, for more detail you can go to the my introduction video, okay, which is the featured video in my playlist or my YouTube channel. So how certified financial planner can help you to save minimum 30% of expense. So you decide which are the expense you can reduce. Okay, you decide how you can restructure. It will help you to restructure the debt. It will help you to identify the investment mistake and correct the investment mistake, so you need not to worry about the savings. Okay, so that is the first foremost important. Why this is important, I'll discuss in 2 minutes. Our objective is to discuss why you need to save minimum 30% of your annual income, okay, for your future expenses. Now future expenses can be divided into two categories. One is the certain expenses certain events in the life. I'll discuss in detail in 2 minutes. Okay, second is the uncertainty in life. So we know that there is a medical emergency. So in case if you do not have a proper mediclaim insurance or health insurance, then you may have to basically spend your valuable savings, or you have to withdraw the surplus. You may have to basically take a loan. Okay, then there is some critical illness. Then you can say a loss of properties. So whatever the uncertainties we can hedge or secure with insurance. Our objective is to buy the insurance that your financial planner will help you. Then there could be a financial emergency. So financial emergency arises when there is a job loss, or you have decided to go for the sabbatical break for further professional or personal reason. And at that time, if you don't have a 12 to 24 month expenses in place, then definitely you find in problem. Sometime you are in a business, small and medium enterprises, and if there is a loss in the business, so instead of there is a income, you have to basically take care of your business expenses also from your personal savings. So that's the reason for uncertainties, we suggest client to have a 12 to 24 month expenses in contingency fund. Now please understand that our objective is that 1 out of 100 person in next 20 to 30 years can encounter with this various emergency. But if you have not planned, then you may find in a problem. But these are the certain events where 99 out of 100 person, 99 out of 100 people, basically they have a certain event. Like again, we can further divide into need based, and second is the want based. So if I say your retirement is a need based, children higher education is a need based, want is like buying a car, house, going for vacation, jewelry, marriage of children, etc. So there is a huge list is there for the want based event. Okay, but I am sure that you have to first focus on the need based event. Okay, instead of the want based. But unfortunately in our country, because of lack of financial education, 9 out of 10 individual, whether they are highly qualified doctors, engineers, or they may be a finance professional like chartered account, they end up with the fulfilling their wants, like buying a first car, second car, bigger house, weekend house, going for vacation in India, out of India on a frequent basis, going for the jewelry, okay, diamond jewelry, and then you find that a cost start from 5 to 10 lakh rupees, then spending a huge money for some kind of parties, okay, like birthday parties, giving the costly gift to the our near and dears, and last is the cost for the children marriages. So now what happened that these are important, but you have to make a logical decision. Suppose if we take a same example where family has a 10 lakh rupees per annum income today, and out of 10 lakh rupees, okay, our objective is that you can plan these uncertainties from your annual expense, okay, like buying insurance premium, or you have created the financial corpus. But now our objective is that we have decided to save 3 lakh per annum, and once you have started also saving 3 lakh rupees per annum, your objective is that you should minimum invest 50% for your need based event. Your need based event is minimum 50%, and maximum 50% for your want based. So minimum is 1.5 lakh rupees per annum, and if your income increases, your contribution will also increase proportionate, and out of again 50% to the retirement. So you will be saving minimum 75,000 per annum for retirement, maximum 75,000 per annum for your children higher education. So my important message is that ki if you are a young 30-year professional or 40-year professional, okay, your objective, you should not compromise on your retirement event. I'll discuss in detail why, but you have to be very clear that first you need to save 30% per annum minimum, and out of 50% will go to minimum to the need-based event. If your income, if your saving is 10 lakh rupees per annum, then you save 5 lakh rupees per annum for need-based event and maximum 5 lakh for want-based event. Okay, and out of 50% will go to the your retirement. So indirectly I am trying to say that you will be saving 1/4 of your investment per annum for your retirement goal. Quickly discuss why retirement planning. Okay, so first is the inflation. Now I can take a lecture for 1 hour for inflation, but in simplicity I say that key in our country the average cost increases for household of middle class and above middle class every 10 years. The expenses increase by double. So suppose you can, your current monthly expense is household, I am talking about only the household expenses, not talking about children education, loan, EMI, etc. If it is a 50,000, and if you just go back and see if you had consumed same item, like you need a 2 liter of Amul milk, okay, and today it cost you 50 rupees and 10 years before it was a 25 rupees. If you go further 10 years, you will get average 12.5. So if you compounded, you find that your cost of living is increasing average 7% per annum. That's the reason you can find that in our country the real estate or gold or any commodities prices also increasing by 7 to 8%. Okay, because these prices like commodities like we buy food article, we buy gold jewelry. So average inflation in 2025 year is 7%. So now you imagine that today your age is 40 and you are likely to retire at age of 60. Okay, after 20 years the 50,000 will become after 10 years, when you become an age of 50, 100,000, and 60 you require 200,000. So first you have to understand that there is a biggest problem in developing country like India is the inflation, and that's the reason government is giving you 8 to 9% average interest rate, or in fixed deposit your interest rate is average 7 to 8%, because average they have to ensure that whatever the client invests it should be adjusted with inflation, and your real return is only between 1 to 2%. Okay, so that is the first one is inflation. Second is most important, life expectancy. So today because of medical advancement, average life expectancy for middle class people or upper middle class people increased from, you can say, in 1970s, okay, it was approximately 50s, okay, and now 2000 it was approximately 60, and today in 2020 it is approximately 70 for those who are 60 and above. But those who are likely to retire after 20-30 years, they are minimum likely to live 80 plus. Even if you just check how many members in your senior citizen family, okay, and how many members are senior citizen, and you just see that their average age of death, you will surprise that their average age death is above 70 only. So that's the reason retirement, as I earlier said, it is a certain goal. Retirement is certain goal and certain event, and 99 out of 100 is likely to retire, and they are likely to achieve the age of 60 plus, and at that time if you don't have a required corpus, okay, then definitely you will be suffer. Fourth important point is the less working age. Today because of higher education is compulsory, you know that our children, those who have right now in age of 50, on average they started their first job at average age of 20, okay, or less than 20 also, if they were not studied, okay. Even if they studied the graduation, they completed graduation, and before graduation they got a job in government or maybe in private sector, and they completed graduation with their job. But because of the higher level of competition, we expect that our children okay, complete the post graduation, and again they have to get a work hard to get the first job. So we see that average age is 25, okay, and again we have seen that in specifically private sector, okay, 50 plus, you find that the person is indirectly retired from the work because of the either he lost the job, he got VRS, or his professional skill is irrelevant for the work is there in the organization, okay, so he has to compulsory take a VRS. So now please understand ki you have to make sure that ki your working age is limited. So in case if you see that if you retire at age of 50 and if you don't have any corpus in plan, you imagine how you will do a monthly withdrawal. Or if you want to reskill yourself and you require a 3 to 4 year or 1 to 2 year how to take care. And then even if you reskill yourself at age of 50, okay, organization may not like to give a full salary what you retired or what you got the last salary, and then you have to work at a half of the salary. Most is the physical limitation. Today in young age, okay, we eat unhygienic food, we call it street food. We may have some bad habits like smoking, drinking. Today almost 50% male specifically having bad habits. Now you imagine that case, suppose you are one of that 50%, even if you are not having a bad habit, imagine that what you are working right now, almost 10 hours a day, 60 hours a week in India. How can you expect that your body will able to continue same kind after 60? So you may end up with some kind of physical limitations like lifestyle diseases or maybe critical illness or maybe some kind of problem, and doctor may advise you not to work full day 10 hours a day. Then you have to take a conscious call that even I am a self-employed professional like doctor or consultant, I have to work only 5 hours a day and definitely my income will be reduced. So at least by keeping the consideration of physical limitation, even self-employed professional also plan minimum 50% of their monthly expense as a passive income. Otherwise you will be in a trouble, okay. Next is, we know that medical expense is also very high, so you may also take care of medical expenses post retirement. Then today in a young age you do not have a sufficient corpus, or you have a sufficient corpus but you have decided to pursue not particular hobby or not particular going for vacation because of you have some goal. But now when you have retired partly or fully, at that time if you have sufficient corpus, you can use part of corpus for your hobbies. You can build your hobby which you have not planned during your active age. You can basically able to give a gift to your grandchildren or maybe relatives or maybe some children's in this unprivileged children in this society. You can go for the vacations, okay. Recently I have been to Dubai with my family and I have seen that in a hotel we stayed, on a breakfast morning every day we have seen average 50% guest, okay, or you can say tourist were the senior citizen, 60%, 60 plus only. So at that time if you don't have a required corpus in place, forget about the vacation, even you will find difficulty to take care of your monthly expense. So objective is that you have to visualize. We do not to always live in present and we should not think about the future. I have never thought that 25 years before when I just completed MBA, 25 years will be past, okay, and I completed not 25 years but 21 years, 98 I completed, today we are 2019, so 21 year is gone. And I have seen that there are a lot of ups and downs in my personal life, and I manage because of some kind I have a corpus in place to take care of that emergencies. And do some calculation. Suppose there is a one family, okay, husband and wife, I'm taking a example 40 age, and they decided okay, we will retire at 60, and they have decided their expected life expectancy will be 85, and today's monthly expense is example 50,000. Now I have discussed that we have to consider how much inflation, 7% inflation. So I have considered 7% inflation in both pre-retirement period and post-retirement period, and let's say post-tax return we are expected 8%. Now I have already discussed that there is a living cost is expected to increase double at every 10 years. So you assume that 100,000 after 10 years, and when you retire you require 200,000 per month. Now this 200,000 or 2 lakh rupees is not fixed, you require next 25 years, you require increasing at a 7%. So next year you have to withdraw 2,14,000 per month, then 2 lakh almost 25,000 per month. So objective is that at any point of time your annuity must be start with 200,000 and with increase 7% per annum. Then you will be able to take care of your current withdrawal of 50,000. So for that, so step if I mention, so I said find FV 60 of PV 40 at the rate of 7%, we got 200,000 per month. This is per month requirement. Second is we need an increasing annuity. So to get an increasing annuity, instead of 8% return, we are considering 1% return only, which is called ROR. And third is how much corpus is required, PV 60 of PMT at ROR. And you will surprise that you require a example 6 crore corpus. I am not going into calculation, okay, that your certified financial planner will do it. Now to achieve this corpus, if you consider an average return of 10%, how much SIP is required, PMT per month, to achieve a corpus of 6 crore in 20 years at an average return of 10%, where I am expecting a debt in equity of ratio 50-50%. That answer comes to that monthly SIP comes to 82,875. So almost you can say per month 83,000 rupees SIP is required. And this is a standard scenario. Okay. Now if you become a conservative, your corpus may go. Okay. If you become a conservative, okay, then your corpus may. If you become a conservative, then your corpus may go as high as 10 crore, because you are expecting post-retirement period for instead of 25 years, 30 years, you may expect 10-15,000 rupees for medical expense also. And if you become a you decide also that you want to retire age of 55, so I am saying that instead of 50,000 you are expecting 60,000 per month, you are retiring at age of 55 and likely to live 90 years. And if you go for aggressive, where you say that, okay, I require only 40,000 post retirement, I'll work till 65 and I will live till 80 only. I means me and my spouse, even though you require 3 crore rupees. So imagine that minimum retirement corpus you require, okay, which is a 3 crore, and maximum you require a 10 crore rupees. So average you can understand you require a 6 crore rupees. A standard corpus we have calculated, and if you have not planned something, definitely I understand 83,000 is difficult to start with, but we have a concept of increasing SIP. So instead of 83,000, if you start with even 40,000 per month and increase your SIP 10% per annum, for 20 years you will be able to achieve. Same time when you meet with a certified financial planner, he will help you out to sell some kind of unproductive assets like land or second house or some jewelry and convert it to financial asset, and we will earmark for that retirement goal. So when we have some PV like 50 lakh, 100 lakh rupees PV is available, or not 50 lakh, even for 10 lakh, 20 lakh rupees present value, and automatically it will help us to even reduce our SIP of maybe a 20,000 rupees per month. So definitely for that you need to contact the certified financial planner. As I said, in case if you are unable to contact good quality certified financial planner, you can contact me. Understand I'll just discuss some of the important key principles, okay, which you have to keep in mind when you plan for your retirement, okay, retirement investment, okay, retirement goal. Like first principle is you have to invest only in financial assets. So now please understand, if you say that I have a land and today value is 1 crore and I retire, I'll sell it. Please understand, it is not in your control. If you want to earmark, you sell it land today, gold today, or second house today, and then we can consider. Otherwise, keeping physical assets and expecting that you can sell whenever required, it is not possible. Okay, so I will not discuss in detail right now. So you have to invest only in financial asset, only into two category like equity and debt. Okay. Second important message is that you have to avoid the exotic product for retirement goal. Exotic, or you can say some kind of fancy product like AIF, PMS, PE funds, okay, or even as I said, real estate or physical assets cannot be advisable, okay, because all are the illiquid asset class and it is difficult to sell whenever required and you cannot partly sell. So one should avoid investing exotic and fancy product for retirement goal. We are saying reference to only retirement goal. Third, my message to the all investor is that you have to plan in such a way that you are, what is the 9 out of 10 do investment mistakes. Okay, they are always asset rich but cash flow poor. So asset rich means they have a land, they have a gold, they have a real estate like commercial property, residential property, okay, but please understand if these property are not generating any cash flow, okay, or in case cash flow is very lower and you cannot have a sufficient expenses available, then again it is a foolishness. So we help our client, okay, exactly opposite. We help our client to become a cash flow rich, so you have a sufficient monthly expense inflation adjusted available, okay, instead, and asset light. So please understand that many people, when they transfer from one location to another location, they buy house, one house, two house, three house, and then they find that there is 80-90% of investment in real estate and their 80% what the income generating, they are going into paying EMI or managing the house only. So we have to be very careful that for retirement goal our asset must be into liquid financial asset. So this is the one of my objective. If I summarize our discussion, or you can say in case if you require my services, you can contact me. These are the details given, or you can contact any qualified and experienced certified financial planner in your city. Okay, so message is very simple. If you plan for retirement goal today and invest every month, okay, and increase investment as per the requirement with help of the certified financial planner, you will achieve your goal, or at least even minimum 80% is achieved, then you need not to worry about the withdrawing the expense. But as we know that today 9 out of 10 they are not doing. You just see senior citizen in your relatives, in your circle, you will find that 9 out of 10 senior citizens are struggling because they do not have planned for the retirement goal, or they have got some PF purpose, they have withdrawn and given to their kids to set up the business, buying a house, or they converted that their cash flow financial asset into some kind of illiquid asset, and then they find it difficult to withdraw or take care of their monthly expenses. So minus point are thousands. Okay, time is limited, so I thank you very much for watching the entire video, and if you have any query question, you can come to me for a discussion. Thank you.